So it's New Year's Day today, and for Christmas I was gifted this lovely basket with 2 sets of bulbs to go in it. Hyacinth prepared Delft blue and tulip double early foxtrot. I think the idea with these prepared bulbs is that they're cold treated already when you buy them, which means you can usually plant them around September and get them to flower indoors in time for Christmas for a lovely scent and display. But Christmas has been and gone, so I'm going to just plant them in a basket outdoors and see how that goes. Maybe they'll come up a little bit earlier, which would be good because I am planting them a bit late. These tulip double early foxtrot are they're early flowering. They're really pretty tulips. They're a nice bowl shape with pink and white stripes, and I think they've got a bit of a scent to them as well. So I'm quite looking forward to seeing how this one's going to turn out. The first thing I'm going to do is cut some holes in the bottom of this basket, because as you can see there aren't any holes at the moment, and it's very important that these bulbs have good drainage, especially the tulips. Tulips like very good drainage. So I'm just going to get some scissors and make a few holes just like that. Oh, that's a big one. Oops. Bottom of the basket. Not going to hold back. That one's kind of poor there. The next thing I'm going to do is put some compost in the basket. I'll just get standard multi-purpose compost here. I'll fill it up about halfway. I'll do to start with. As tulips especially want to have quite a well-drained compost, I'm also going to get in quite a bit of perlite into the mix. Put on the floor as well for good measure. Mix that all in. So I filled the basket up about half with compost. I've mixed in quite a lot of perlite to improve the drainage for the bulbs. Luckily this is quite a deep basket, which is good because our bulbs like to be buried quite deep. They're quite large bulbs. The general rule is about 3 times the height of the bulb, but in containers you're not always going to be able to get that, which is fine as long as they've got a good amount of space underneath for root growth and they're quite well buried to help protect them. They'll be fine. So let's get the bulbs out. I'm going to start with the hyacinths. They're going to go in the middle. You can plant your tulips much closer together than what the packet says when you're doing containers. It will give a much more full, showy display. So you want the pointy end up. These have already started to shoot a little bit. I'm going to put 3 of these hyacinths in the middle. And then I'm going to space these tulips all the way around the edge. Same again, pointy side up. Mid branching snap. So I've arranged these bulbs in my basket. I've put the 3 hyacinths in the middle, and I've spaced the tulips all the way around the edge. I think that should look lovely when they come up. I was supposed to have 8 tulips, but one of them is a dud. That is not going to do anything. So I think 7 will be fine. It's just how it goes sometimes. So now I'm going to fill up the rest of the basket. Add a bit more perlite for good measure. Mix that all in. Probably should have mixed this before adding it to the basket. That would probably be the better way of doing it, but I'm sure this will be fine. As long as I'm careful not to don't touch those bulbs whilst I mix it up. There we go. Leave a bit of room at the top so make watering easier. It's looking good. And so we need to give them a bit of a water. Not too much, just carrying on, just a little bit, just to moisten them and encourage those bulbs to start putting a few roots down. Now, when the bulbs are planted outside quite deeply in the ground, they're quite well protected from freezing weather. In pots, I think they can be a little bit more vulnerable, so I think I'd like to keep these inside under cover. I have a cold frame, but I have already filled that up with some other hyacinth bulbs. I didn't really know what to do with them. I didn't have a lot of space, but I didn't want them to go to waste, so I've just plopped them in some plastic pots and we'll see what happens, and I'm sure I'll find somewhere to put them in the spring. So this will have to go in here, I think. It's quite good in here. It's well insulated. I've got a little heater which just keeps the temperature just above freezing. So I think they'll be absolutely fine, and I'm quite excited to see them start coming through and look forward to a lovely display in the spring. It is a bit short on space in here, but I'm sure I can find a little corner to push them into, well, or a big corner.